Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new positivity video here from Nikoli's Kitchen. My name is Nick, and this show is all about scratch-made food and positive energy, specifically here on the YouTube channel, Positive Energy, at least until I get those stream replays from the Twitch channel edited down and get you some highlights from the cooking of what I made for this very episode, which was spinach lasagna. So stay tuned for that. That is going to be hitting the channel hopefully very, very, very soon. But my name is Nick, as I said, and I just want to try to make your world better. I'm trying to make the world better, one dish at a time. If this is your first time watching, welcome. I do hope that you'll subscribe and enjoy the content. Not just from this, but all the gaming content that I've got going on here on the channel, the satisfactory stuff. And right now I'm doing live stream replays as highlights from my live stream for the Cure hardcore Minecraft series, which as of this recording, I'm on like day 80 or something. Like I'm really, really cruising through that series. And I really, really hope that you'll join me over there and, you know, help me build up the live stream for the Cure channel. And let's really get that channel kind of pushed into the stratosphere ahead of this year's event on May the 19th. Today I want to talk to you about me. And I know it's my show, and I often talk about me, because I'm the only one here. But I want to talk to you more about kind of like, maybe like the abstract notion of me. But I want to talk to you today probably less about the abstract notion of me and kind of get specific about my journey, where I'm at right now. We've talked in the past about me being on a plateau. I lost 125 pounds. I gained a little bit of it back, you know, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of like 35 to 40 of it back. And I have not gained or lost any weight since. Like I'll fluctuate a few pounds here and there, but you know, any meaningful attempts to actually like get kick-started back into the whole weight loss thing have just kind of been met with stagnation. And a lot of it's because I'm just not holding myself as accountable as I need to be. When I did drop the sugar, and when I was hardcore, like when I was standing at my friend John's grave and I made that promise to him and to myself that I wasn't going to be the next one in, I worked really, really hard. And I held myself accountable. I dropped the sugar, and that meant 100%. I was working out all the time. And I was counting every single calorie. I was eating small meals, only a few hundred calories here and there per meal. And the weight just disappeared. And I don't hold myself as accountable as I used to. And kind of what I wanted to talk about in this positivity segment very specifically is that idea of just holding ourselves accountable. Like, what does that mean for you? Does that mean just saying, I know I shouldn't have done that. I know I got to change that, or I know I got to do something different for that. A lot of times when we say we hold ourselves accountable, a lot of times when we want to talk about accountability and we want to talk about making sure that we're making the choices and the changes that we need to make in life, we're not doing any of that, it turns out. We're saying it to ourselves because almost in a way saying it, just saying, hey, you need to be accountable for this. Hey, you need to do this thing. Hey, you need to make sure that you're meeting all of these criteria, X, Y, Z. That's doing it. Even though it's not. It's not. And we have to be stronger than that. But more than just being stronger, we have to understand that talking about change isn't change. Talking about doing something is not doing something. I've been slow to get my butt in gear, to get job applications out there. I have gotten job applications out there. I've had an interview and a follow-up interview for a position. But have I done as much as I need to? No. But I can talk until I'm blue in the face about applying for those jobs. I can talk until I'm blue in the face about knowing the changes that I need to make. But talking about applying for a job isn't applying for a job. Talking about getting off of this plateau isn't getting off of this plateau. Talking about what I know I need to do. Talking about what I know I need to do to get off of this plateau. Dropping the sugar. 100% accountability, zero tolerance, drop the sugar again. And strict calorie counting, making sure that I am not putting any more in my body than I need, and making sure that I'm not putting any more in my body than I'm burning off. Because I've talked, and you guys can go back and you can listen back and you can hear the frustration in my voice at myself, and you can probably hear the frustration in my voice at myself now. Because I am so frustrated at myself. Because again, talking about change, a lot of times we kind of trick ourselves into just, well, I said the thing I need to do. It's practically like I've done it. But you haven't, have you? You haven't really changed anything. You haven't really done anything to change. Being conscious of the thing that you need to change, being conscious of the thing that you need to do, isn't doing the thing. And I don't know, I kind of just wanted to open up with that today because it's April now. And all through the month of March, I worked out probably about 80% of the month. I went to the gym. I busted my butt. I'm back to lifting again. Working my butt off at the gym to do cardio, to get outside when it's nice weather outside, to get several miles in on my feet. Between the elliptical, between the treadmill, between everything else I was doing at the gym, I was doing interval stuff at the gym. Like interval training. Like, you walk for a minute and then you run for a minute and on and on. So I've held myself accountable in terms of the fitness aspect of it. I'm healthy. I'm a big guy, but I exercise a lot. I'm very active. I'm healthy for a big guy. The problem is, I'm still on that plateau. And one thing that I think I've mentioned this on the show before quite a long time ago, but somebody that I follow on Instagram, his name is Jay, has lost like over 250 pounds. And in one of his, I think it might have been a reel or a story or something like that on Instagram, or some video that somebody did about him, he said a thing that really, really resonated with me that I really, really, really know is true. And it's the reason why I've been on this plateau for a year. Over a year now, actually. You can't outrun the fork. Weight loss, diet, progress in that realm doesn't come in a gym. The gym shapes what you already have. The gym keeps your lungs active, it keeps your heart healthy, and it keeps your blood pumping and all those different things. It does make you healthier. But it's never going to slim you down if that's your goal. And if that's not your goal, that's okay. Be comfortable in the skin that you're in. Be comfortable with being who you are. But if you have a goal that you want to reach, if you want to lose more weight, because like losing weight, like for me, it's about wanting to live a healthier, happier life. It's about wanting to make sure that I'm around for all the things that I still want to be around for. It's about checking out early, like my friend John did. The anniversary of his death was just a couple of days ago. And I still think about him all the time. 39 years old, how? How does that happen? How is that even a reality in which I live? But it is reality. It's here. And there's nothing that anybody can do to change that. What I can do is I can make the changes that I need to make to my life to be healthy. And make no mistake, losing weight, not being overweight, not being obese, losing that weight, it leads to a happier, healthier life. I love my life. I have so many good and amazing things in my life. My life is so, so good. but I still want to be here for all the rest of it at the end. I've got so many more decades worth of experiences that I still haven't gotten a chance to have yet. I'm never, ever going to get off of the plateau, though, if I don't act on change. If I don't act and force myself to make the changes that I know need to be made. Because talking about, like, I'm doing something at the gym. I'm doing that. That's great. But you can't outrun the fork. And I don't know if you've noticed or not on this show. You probably have if you check out any of the different recipes that I have done. But I'm a big fan of things like butter and cream and cheese. I don't eat anything processed really ever. I pretty much, like, I do kind of live the everything from scratch mantra. Like, if I can make it, I do. But, you know, that doesn't make it, like, healthier. That makes it so it doesn't have a lot of preservatives and chemicals and all that stuff in it, but it still has the calories, it still has the fat, it still has the sugar. You know, and I don't eat, like, any kind of things with added sugar in them, or at least not a lot of things with added sugar in them, but that doesn't stop me from adding sugar into things myself. One of my favorite treats is I'll just take some peanut butter and add a little bit of powdered sugar to it, some powdered peanut butter, and, you know, add a little bit of milk or something like that. Sometimes almond milk. Ooh, it's healthier. And I'll mix that up and I'll scoop apples with it. It's good. It's really good. All the things that I've made on this show, like, I've been a really, really big fan of. And, you know, like I said, I use a lot of butter, a lot of cream, a lot of cheese. I cook with, you know, the good stuff. But it doesn't make it healthier. You can't outrun the fork. If I'm constantly, every day, I'm finishing in the red, I'm going over on what I should be eating every day, I'm indulging every day, then all I'm doing is negating any of the hard work I'm doing at the gym. Then I'm going to sit right on this plateau. I'm going to stay right at this very same size. Never, ever going to move anywhere. Never, ever going to change. Talking about change isn't change. You have to act. And this month I finally, and I've mulled and contemplated over this for years, and I'm someone that hates to, I hate to be, I don't know, it's almost as if I feel it's some kind of character flaw in myself, where I had to remind myself or tell myself, hey, remember the thing. And then I'm like, I can remember. And then I don't remember. And then I don't do it. Like this. Water. You know how little water I was drinking some days? Like, I'd fill this guy up, and this guy, I think it holds 40 ounces of water, give or take. Maybe one time in a whole day. And I'm a big dude. I need water. Now, this doesn't include, like, the gym. Like, the gym, I'll kick this thing 2-3 times. You know, between the gym and then, like, you know, the ride home, cooling down, all that kind of stuff. But water is so important for weight management. It's so important for so many different things, and I was never, ever drinking enough of it, I felt. So I finally forced myself to install a water reminder app on my phone to remind myself to drink water. And sometimes it's not a character flaw. It's not some kind of failure on your part. If you just need a reminder to say, hey, like a little stick to kind of poke you and be like, hey, do the thing, do the thing. I need that. And I know I need that. And I've resisted it for so long. But now I have it. And, like, I mean, granted, it's the 2nd of April, but I literally have had to go to the bathroom probably like a half a dozen more times per day. You know, like, I've been drinking a lot of water. I've always had a weak bladder. Like, I always have, you know, and, you know, but it's great. It's great because I already feel better. And I forced myself to start tracking calories. Start putting them in there. And like, I've played lip service to it, and I've started to do it, and then I stopped. I've got to start holding myself more accountable. I'm doing it with the gym. I'm doing it now with the water. It's time to do it with the food. It's time to get off this plateau and finally push myself to that goal weight that I've really been anchoring for. And once I hit that goal weight, I've proven that I can plateau and that I can sit at the same weight for the longest time. You know, I can do exactly what I'm doing now, and I can just stay right there at that goal weight. You just got to get there, Nick. And that's the same with anything in life. You have to be willing to commit to the change. Talking about making the change, talking about a bad situation. And I talked last week about knowing when you need to reach out and get help. Knowing when you need to get out there and try to get help for things. You know, but if you don't do it, if you don't make yourself do it, like if you don't push yourself out of your comfort zone sometimes, because sometimes you have to. But what's the alternative? What is the alternative? Is it to stay locked in this miserable existence that you may have? Is it to just never get out of this trapping that you feel? What is the alternative? I had years and years and years that I could have made changes and I could have gotten out of the situations I was in, but I didn't because I was afraid. Are you afraid? I was afraid all the time, and I'm still afraid of so many different things now. But damn it, you can't be afraid. You can't be afraid. You get one time. You get one time when you look back on it all. And none of us knows when we're going. None of us knows when we're checking out. None of us knows when any of that's going to happen. But imagine if you knew right now you were going to be done tomorrow. Tomorrow was it. You were checking out. What would you look back on and say, God, I wish I had done that? What is that for you? What immediately came into your head when I said that? Something that you wish you had done. Something you regret not doing. Something that you wish you'd been strong enough to do, or something you wish you hadn't been so afraid that you held yourself back from doing it. Put it right in front of you. See it in your mind's eye. And reach out and take it. Don't let anything hold you back. Because you're only going to get one chance in this life. Spend it being good and being kind to other people, and putting good and positive energy out into the universe, and spreading love and happiness and kindness out into the world, and being the absolute best person that you can be. Know your worth. Know who you are. Demand that others see you as you are. Don't ever let anyone else define who and what you are for you. Make the change. Commit to making the changes that you know you need to make. And everybody, and I don't care who you are from whatever walk of life, everybody has that thing where they're like, God, I wish I could change that. I wish I could make that a little different. I wish I could just something, whatever it is. Make the change. Make it happen. It is not going to happen until you make it happen. Sometimes you got to install an app to tell you to drink water because you just aren't going to remember to do it on your own. You're just going to get too busy and distracted by daily life. What is that little water app for you? Make the change. Work hard to make the life that you want to make. Believe in your ability to make it there. You are strong and you can make this. I promise you that you can. You just have to be willing to try. I want to thank you so much for watching this. Please don't forget the live stream for the cure, May 19th, starting at 9 a.m. We're raising $20,000 for the Cancer Research Institute. Tons of content from creators all over the world. It's going to be an absolutely amazing time. Please mark your calendars and come out and join me. Wherever you're watching this, whenever you're watching this, I want you to know how absolutely amazing you are. And if you're having a bad day, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling like, God, I just don't matter, you watching this makes the absolute most difference in the world to me. I promise you that. Even if I don't know your name, even if I've never seen your face, even if you're just a number in a view count, it means so much to me that you took some time to watch this. And I hope that it helps you try to make the changes in your life that maybe you're too afraid to make, or maybe that you're struggling to make. I hope that maybe somewhere in there you found a way, or maybe you can cling to that thread of strength and now you can start tugging at it little by little by little. I believe in you. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much for watching. And thank you so much for coming on this journey with me.